In section 2.2, we're going to start talking about transformations. So the first vocab word you need to write down is this. The first vocab word is a transformation. A transformation changes a figure into another figure. So basically you start with a figure. It's going to change into another figure depending on what the transformations are. So that is a transformation. The new figure is called the image. So if you want to know the new image, that's going to be a transformation of the original shape. The second vocab word is what we're going to talk about today in 2.2. A translation is a transformation in which a figure slides. So you've probably heard of sliding before, but a slide is called a translation. But the shape does not turn. Every point of the figure moves the same distance and in the same direction. So if you take a shape and you slide it 5 units to the right, or 3 units up, or 5 units left, those are translations when you take original shape and slide it to a new image. Translations in the coordinate plane. So this is what a translation means in words. To translate a figure, A units, now A represents a number, however many units you're adding horizontally, and B units vertically in a coordinate plane, you're going to add A units to the X coordinate and B units to the Y coordinate. The reason being, A, your horizontally, is your X axis, B is your Y axis, which is vertically, of the vertices. Positive values of A and B represent translations up and right. Negative values of A and B represent translations down and left. Now, if we put this in algebra, it's going to look like this. Your coordinate plane, X and Y, this should be review. X is left and right, Y is up and down. So, if you move something A units, your X is going to become X plus A. You're going to add A to whatever X is, and you're going to add B to whatever Y is. So here is what your graph would look like. This would be triangle ABC. Triangle ABC is your original shape. So I am going to translate this 4 units to the right and 3 units down. So I'm going to write this down. 4 units to the right, 3 units down. And I'm going to graph the new image in blue. So I'm going to start with A. 3 units right. 4 units right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 units down. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to put this in blue. And we're going to name this A prime. The new image is always called A prime. Now I'm going to do B. 4 units to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 units down, 1, 2, 3. So the new order pair is going to be 3, 1. And I'm going to label this B prime. And then I'm going to move point C over 4 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, down 3, 1, 2, 3. And that new order pair is going to be 2, negative 4. And I'm going to call that C prime. Now, if you look at both of these shapes, they're congruent. It's important to understand when you translate something, the shape is still congruent. It's the same shape. So let's start our first example. Example number 1. Translate the red triangle 3 units right and 3 units down. What are the coordinates of the image? So here's your shape. All right, so you will need graph paper when you do this on homework, but you can just make this graph in your notes. Please make sure when you do your graph, you put arrows at the end and label this your x-axis and your y-axis. So here is our red triangle. So we have a triangle ABC. We're going to move each point 3 units right and 3 units down. And I'm going to put that in green. So 3 units right, 3 units down. Now you don't have to draw the green when you do your homework or in your notes. 3 units right, 3 units down. 3 units right, 3 units down. So these are our new points. 3 units right, 3 units down. This is going to be A prime. 3 units right, 3 units down. That's going to be B prime. And point C is going to be 3 units right, 3 units down, and that's going to give us C prime. So then I'm going to connect these dots to make the new image. Remember, image is your translation of your new shape. So now we have the triangle A prime, B prime, C prime, which is the image of the original shape. So you have translated this image 3 units right and 3 units down. The last step, you have to identify the coordinates. And this is reviewed from about 6th or 7th grade. So our coordinates of A prime, let's see, 1, negative 2. So we have 1, negative 2. B prime is, let's see, to the right 5, up 2. So that would be 5, 2. And lastly, point C, which is to the right 4 and down negative 1. So we have our answer. Our answer would be the translation, which is the blue triangle, and our coordinates of the image, which we have clearly labeled as A prime is 1, negative 2, B prime, which is 5, 2, and C prime, which is 4, negative 1. Example number 2, and this is our last example. A red square has been translated to the blue square. What translations have occurred? So notice we have our rectangle, a square, A, B, C, D. And then we have square with A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. So what's happened here? What translations have occurred? So figure that out on your own. But there are 2 answers you could have. You could, if we pick A, let's start with A, and I'm going to draw this in green. I could go up how many units? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up 6 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now don't say over. You can't say over 4 units. Over doesn't mean anything. It's right or left. So we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. And to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4. We go over left 4. But there's another answer you could say. You could go, and I'm going to put this in, let's do orange. You could go this way. Left 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we could say left 4 and up 6. Either way, you're going to get the same translation. But the figure, remember, the figure is the original shape. The image is the translated shape. So up 6, left 4, or left 4, up 6.